Hello and good evening to you. Welcome to News at 10 and it's live morning news up here at Desawe in Kanda. My name is Alfredo Kanse. Let's settle for the news and made the headlines throughout the day. Five persons on board a Ghanaian fishing vessel, which was reported missing in an alleged hijack by pirates, have been taken hostage, but the abandoned vessel has been rescued. The Ghana Navy has stepped up surveillance and investigations to find the 5 sailors who have been held hostage by the pirates. The 5 include 3 Korean nationals, 1 Ghanaian and a Greek. Work on a 120-bed modern hospital in the Sekondi district of the Ashanti region has stalled since December 2016. Communities seeking access to improved health care are anxious to see the facility brought to life. A portion of the Nima Gutter in Accra, close to the De Youngster Senior High School, that caved in during the June 3, 2015 disaster is yet to be reconstructed. Residents say with the rainy season approaching, flooding looms in the area and want city authorities to improve the drainage system. A court in Senegal has sentenced opposition leader Khalifa Sall, a former mayor of the capital Dakar, to 5 years in prison for embezzlement and falsifying documents. Sall was arrested a year ago on suspicion of embezzling 1.8 billion CFA francs, equivalent to $3.4 million. Well, that's some of the news that made headlines throughout the day here on News at 10. Let's settle now for the big one. Now, 5 persons on board a Ghanaian fishing vessel, which was reported missing in an alleged hijack by pirates, have been taken hostage, but the abandoned vessel has been rescued. The Ghana Navy has stepped up surveillance and investigations to find the 5 sailors who have been held hostage by the pirates. The 5 include 3 Korean nationals, 1 Ghanaian and a Greek national. The Ghanaian fishing vessel was hijacked by some unknown persons believed to be pirates. According to the owners of the vessel, World Maritime Company, the vessel was hijacked at about 5:20 a.m. Monday, March 26th, while sailing to bait grounds. 5 persons on board the fishing vessel were 3 Koreans, 1 Ghanaian and a Greek national, and are believed to have been taken hostage by some alleged Nigerian hijackers who attempted to seize the tuna vessel Marine 711 on the Keta High Seas on Monday. However, one of the crew members who was found together with the abandoned vessel is currently receiving medical treatment.
We were fishing in the Adan and Keta waters. Then we saw the pirates approaching us from afar. In less than 5 seconds, they blocked our vessel with their speedboats. 4 of the pirates came into our vessel and captured us. They had already captured 2 Greek nationals and 1 Ghanaian on board another vessel.
Other sea Parisian, I come away. Two Greek, one Ghanaian. Nigeria.
The vessel, with official number 316694 and registration number AFT28, has been successfully rescued and is currently at berth 10 at the Tema port. Commodore James Konto expressed worry about recent pirate attacks on Ghanaian waters. The two Ghanaian sailors who were bitten are still receiving treatment. The vessel tracking machine system located at the Fisheries Unit in Tema and the Ghana Maritime Authority is believed not to be a panacea to tracking and safety against sea attacks. What a worrying situation, I'll say. But earlier on News 360, I spoke with Commodore James Konto, who is the flag officer commanding Eastern Naval Command, on the hijacked Ghanaian vessel and the state of the persons who are being held hostage by these suspected pirates.
We're working with our counterparts in Nigeria. Some of the hijackers were identified by personnel on the vessel. They have worked with them before.
Some of the hijackers?
Yes, have worked on the vessels they hijacked before. So people know them, have their addresses. So this information will be given out.
I see. So they actually knew the route of this particular vessel, and that's how come they were able to track it down.
Yes. Kind of insider information. Yes.
Interesting. So at what point did they then stop working, and are they Nigerians, as we're hearing?
In fact, all points point to that fact that they came from Nigeria.
One of the persons who was speaking in the story was talking about they fishing in the Keita down waters. Then what happened? How come they got into Nigeria?
There was a sequence of events. They hijacked one tanker first. A tanker was the first to be hijacked. And when that tanker could not have enough fuel to sail to Nigeria, they jumped onto the second vessel, another tanker, and asked them to take them to Nigeria. That vessel too was not having enough fuel.
I see.
And so they found the fishing vessels, and that was an opportune target which they hijacked.
This incident happened on Monday, the 26th.
Yes, the whole thing started Monday dawn around 3:30 a.m. and we finished everything by Wednesday, 1800 hours, 6 p.m.
At what point exactly did you get information about this hijack by the pirates?
We got information Monday in the evening. That was the first time we got information, and by nighttime our ships were already at sea looking for them.
It was your ships that discovered this abandoned vessel, or the pirates actually released the vessel and that's how come you got to see it?
No, the pirates found that they were under pressure. They got to know that they were being pursued. So they
Were they still in Ghanaian waters?
No, by that time they have crossed from Togo into Benin, heading towards Nigeria.
Went through Togo to Benin to Nigeria?
Yes. We pursued them first towards the Togolese border, about 80 to 100 nautical miles, when we lost contact. And then later on, we got to know that they were still on their way going.
So from what we gather from the two Ghanaians who were on the board, who were allowed to come,
right.
They were beaten by these pirates and allowed to come by themselves?
Yes, most of the ship's company were beaten. There was one Greek person, for instance, who we've taken to the hospital. He was abducted. He was among those who were to be kidnapped, but he kind of fell very sick after the beatings, and so they left him behind.
So these pirates, do they qualify to be called pirates? I mean, from what you do know, because you're now telling me that these persons used to work with the vessel, they are no more, and they come to abduct these people.
You may call them sea robbers.
Sea robbers?
Yes, we will classify it as a robbery at sea, since it's happening quite close to the coast. It's a kind of robbery.
So how many people have they abducted now? Which nationals are they?
5 persons are missing.
5 persons?
Yes. 3 Koreans, 1 Greek, and 1 Ghanaian.
See, are they asking for a ransom? Any information from them?
From their modus operandi, that is the next thing we are waiting for. They are going to call their wives. They are going to call their employers. They will make their wives or employers talk to them, let them hear that they are being beaten, they are being tortured, and then ask for ransom. Then the negotiating will start. That is their modus operandi, so that's what we are waiting for now.
I see, so, but you are still pursuing them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Commodore. I'm very grateful.
Most welcome.
Thank you. Commodore J.O. So we're keeping a very keen eye on this particular story, and whatever the details or the developments will be, we will let you know here on TV3. We'll be back shortly after this quick break to stay. Welcome back to News at 10. We're still in the month of March, and the Ghana month is on, and the hashtag is We Celebrate GH. Talk of dishes such as tuwo zafi, fufu, and kenke, and specific tribes come to mind. Sale of banana and granuts are also associated with some tribes. Some types of food are also said to be better prepared by certain tribes. But is this really the case? Catherine Fimpoma has been finding out.
Food is central to Ghanaian life, just like in every culture, regardless of where you may find yourself. Chop bars are dotted across Ghana and also in major cities abroad. From fufu to banku and garifuto, everyone has a favorite dish and every region has its own specialties. The main dishes in Accra include kenke with hot pepper and fried fish, red or yoke gari, and tatali. It is said that if an Ashanti man does not eat fufu, then he has not eaten that day. Fufu with light soup and smoked fish or groundnut soup, as well as boiled plantain with kontomire, spiced with momone, dried fish with red oil, egg and kobe are all staples of the Ashantis. The best, they say, comes from the West, and their main dishes are cheke, served with avocado, acheke na paya. If you happen to be in the central region, then you dream of tasting the best of fanti dokono or etzel with fanti. The Volta region's dishes includes akole with okra soup, abolo with shrimps and 1,000, banku with okra stew or pepper, red and fried plantain. Volta tilapia is a specialty and can be found both by the roadside and in the riverside hotels along the Volta. Welcome to the food baskets of the country. Yam fufu with kontomire or dry okra soup chinkasi is their chief food alongside plantain and cocoyam and pisi. Chozafi, also known as tizet, or muchio with groundnut or green leaf soup, beans or cowpea with shea nut oil and pepper called tubani, cocoa or millet corn porridge eaten with kosi. Beverages include pito, a locally brewed beer made from millet, zomkurum or toasted millet flour in water, and fula. The Eastern region is a diverse region, and this is reflected in its cuisine. Everything is eaten here, from fufu to omutio, but their chief food is a bunubunu with wow, mekwang, and mpoto. Food is one of the elements of culture that distinguishes people according to their tribe and descent. And so it is not surprising that certain types of food are associated with certain groups of people or tribes in the country. I am currently in Tamale at a food joint, and I was surprised to see someone preparing kenke, Ga kenke to be specific. She is a Nodna, as a matter of fact, and I want to find out from her how she manages to do this. Good morning, Aja.
Good morning.
Oh, you're Nodna.
I'm a Nodna.
So, how are you able to prepare kenke, Ga kenke?
Yes, like we have Ga woman in our house, so she's the one show us how to do the kenke.
Interesting, isn't it? You can learn everything if you want to. But the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture intends to establish a school at Chayo Sudoku to train more Ghanaian paragliding pilots. The sector minister in charge of the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Arts was speaking at the opening of the 13th annual Kweu Paragliding on the Oduano Mountains in the Kweu East District of the Eastern Region. This year, 10 pilots from across the world, including one solo Ghanaian, will fly patrons for the 4 days of the paragliding festival. Security personnel from the military, police, ambulance service were at hand. At about 10:30 a.m., the first flight set off amidst the thick fog. Some pilots carefully took their strides and struggled a bit to keep balance before flying off. Patrons would enjoy a thrilling sight above the Adriano Mountain before landing at the Nkoko Sports Stadium at a cost of 250 Ghana cedis. The Tourism, Arts and Culture Minister, Catherine Afeko, at the official opening announced the establishment of a training center at Chayo Sudoku in the Greater Accra region. She added that of the huge patrons that paragliding aviation attracts over the world, Ghana attracts just a small percentage and hopes with the addition of more facilities, the paragliding festival will get better.
Paragliding as an aviation sport has over 400,000 participants globally. What we are getting in Ghana is just a drop in the ocean. But if we expand, if we do better marketing strategies, if we extend it beyond Easter, have other dates and market it fully, we can have more than just one event. And the pilots are ready to travel this journey with us.
This year, the takeoff site has been expanded, a pavilion added, and other facilities as promised by the ministry last year. The Eastern Regional Minister, Eric Dafoe, was hopeful all activities in the Kweu Enclave will be integrated to make it more attractive. The acting CEO of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Akwesi Ajiman, said his outfit will continue to do more to develop the adventure sports and urge the private sector to partner with them. The 4-day activity is expected to boost the local economy of the Kweu area. The theme for this year's paragliding is "You Too Can Fly." Very interesting scenes there. But for many Christians, thought of the death of Jesus Christ was prophesied. Judas Iscariot betrayed him. And though this act happened several thousand years ago per biblical records, the people of Sekondi in the Western region seem not to have forgotten and forgiven Judas for his betrayal. So for the past 2 decades, on every Good Friday, they pelt stones at the betrayer of the Savior. Eric Yaweje brings us more.
For the people of Sekondi, they have not forgotten. They have also not forgiven Judas the Iscariot for undertaking that, what they term the dastardly act of betraying the master. So for the past 20 years, what they do is that each year on Good Friday, they make an effigy of Judas the Iscariot. So what you see behind me is an effigy of Judas the Iscariot. What they do is that they parade this effigy through the principal street of Sekondi. What we know is that this procession will go all the way to a place called the Enamnase, where scores of residents of Sekondi and beyond will pelt the effigy of Judas the Iscariot to tatters. where the effigy of Judas the Iscariot will end up. Now, this bamboo stick that you see here is what the effigy will be mounted on. Then it will be erected at that spot that's over there. Then resident Friar will pelt it to tatters. What you are seeing is the pelting exercise ongoing now. The scores of young men that you see are trying to pelt the effigy of Judas the Iscariot to tatters. Now, they are going to do this until such a time that the effigy comes down. What is going to happen is that for each part of the body, there's a special reward for the person who is able to bring it down. Eric Yeweje, TV3 News, Sekondi.
Well, so this Easter is not all about the Ojuanoma Mountains in Koyo or anywhere else. It's all traffic leads to Jekiti in the Sojaman district of the Eastern region as Media General takes the Easter experience to a whole new level there. A spirited team of DJs, presented technicians, musicians, all of us leaving Accra for Jekiti on Friday afternoon. Actually, they left Friday, that's today, through to Monday evening when the event will end.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Friday night and I won't be long. Gotta do my hair and put my makeup.
The DJ is finally here and the track is ready. We all set to move. And it's all about the Onuya FM Jekiti Easter 2018. The first pullover is going to be at Medina Zongo Junction. A lot of people are waiting for us. They'll be on board the track and we'll also be pulling over at Somanya in the Eastern region. Then Bom, also in the Eastern region. Finally at Impoku, that is where the action is. Lots and lot of people. Akwamufie, Chapon, Mamewata, Asikuma, Frankedia, Apekuso, they all coming to join us at Atimpoku. Then we'll have a bash at Akosombo, the lorry park, where majority of the people in Akosombo will also be joining us. Then finally, we take off to Jekiti. But don't forget, we'll stop at Edumasa, where we'll meet Nana and Sakwa. Will also join us. And the big bash itself will be at the Jekiti town tonight. What are you waiting for? If you're watching us, please make sure you hurry up, you join the trail because it's going to be a bang.
That's Bright Kwesia Sempa there. Very ecstatic atmosphere, I'm told already. Tomorrow, it's going to be amazing. You should watch out for that. If you're not there yet, please make your way to Jekiti. That's where all the fun is happening this Easter. But if he is unable to raise $25,000 within the next few weeks, it's sure death for 36-year-old native of Cape Coast, Thomas Khan. He's suffering acute failure of the kidney and will need a transplant, the only option to survive. But his survival will depend on the philanthropy of many of you who are watching us tonight.
Thomas, like many, discovered he had kidney failure after a wrong diagnosis.
The whole thing started like malaria sort of. So I fell sick and I was admitted at the hospital, and I was wondering what kind of malaria that they keep treating and it wasn't going.
He has lived with kidney failure for the last 5 years and presently survives on the expensive procedure of dialysis 3 times a week. However, doctors say he urgently requires a kidney transplant. Maintaining a dry weight of 65 kg is key to improving his health. He has to shed some 5 kg of fluid, but Khan's kidneys won't allow him. Thomas currently weighs 70 kg.
The point is the kidneys are failed. His condition is a chronic one.
I'm hoping and praying that I get a transplant.
Kidney failure treatment without support is a death sentence. But Khan is fortunate. Family and friends are supporting. Thomas now requires help to enable him undergo a kidney transplant in India.
We raised something, but it wasn't able to undertake the transplant. So those monies were used by Thomas Khan on the dialysis. And remember, the dialysis, you have to come, I think, thrice every week.
The cost of dialysis in Ghana is killing patients battling the disease.
Even get the transplant is very, very expensive, and therefore it makes it, virtually impossible for a lot of them. At a point, you'd realize you can sell a whole mansion for the dialysis and still would have to continue. What happens after?
Media General is encouraging all well-meaning Ghanaians to assist raise $25,000 for a kidney transplant to help Khan live life and achieve his dreams and aspirations. Please pay your donations into the TV3 Social Support Fund account number 6010603927 at any Zenith Bank branch. You can also donate on mobile money number 0245 221555 or at the TV3 premises at Kanda in Accra.
Well, employees of Media General, parent company of TV3, on Wednesday, 28th of March, began an internal fundraising exercise to help raise 100,000 Ghana cedis to support a kidney transplant and treatment for our very own colleague and Central Regional Correspondent Thomas Khan, whom you just saw. Mr. Khan was diagnosed with the renal disease in 2013 and has since been on treatment, which the company has supported. His condition, however, deteriorated over the years, and he was diagnosed with end-stage renal disease requiring a kidney transplant to keep him alive. Our friends and old schoolmates of Mr. Khan, who are independently leading a fundraising drive to raise 150,000 Ghana cedis to supplement the efforts of his friends and the company, sought the support of Media General to drive publicity for their fundraising efforts, which has so far yielded 50,000 cedis. Now, to start off, employees of Media General have embarked on an internal campaign. The hashtag is Yes We Can, and the Can is spelled C-A-N-N, to donate and raise 100,000 cedis to support the ongoing public fundraising. Employees of the company are encouraging all well-wishers who are touching base with Thomas Khan and also touched by this particular story to join in the campaign. The hashtag is Yes We Can, and you can also send your MTN that's mobile money to the MTN number 0245 221555. That's 0245 221555. Please, we encourage you and plead with you to help us to save the life of our colleague. And you can also come to the premises of TV3 with your donation as well, and walk into any Zenith Bank branch and ask for a TV3 support fund account, and please help us to save our colleague Thomas Khan. Thank you so much for staying with us here on News at 10. On behalf of the rest of the team, we are indeed very grateful, and do enjoy the rest of your holidays and do have a good night. My name is Alfred Kanse.